So one day on March 26th, I decided to come upstairs to get dressed, and my aunt looks at me, "You're up early. Why for?" And I was like, "I'm going to church."
Welcome to You Belong, the podcast where stories come to life, hosted by Pastor Nate. In each episode, we'll learn that every name has a story, and every story matters to God. So let's journey together and discover the stories that unite us all. This is You Belong.
All right, I'm so glad to have my friend Shannon with us today, and I do apologize. My voice is a little hoarse today, but we'll make it through it. Shannon, why don't you just tell us where you came from and where did you go?
I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and I'm 28 years old, and I currently live in Miramichi, New Brunswick with my Aunt Liz.
Very cool. What brought you out here?
I moved out here with my mom and my two sisters. My oldest decided to stay in Alberta, and we moved to Shipkin when we moved out here. And I didn't know the French to go to this French school, so I had to wait a year to go to Bathurst High School, and I would have to get up at 4 in the morning to get ready for my drive to come pick me up to take me to St. Isidore to catch my bus.
Okay. What was it like growing up out west? Like you came here later on, but what was it like as a kid out west? Did you go to Calgary Stampede?
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part of the Calgary Stampede and Callaway Park. Okay. I went there a few times. My mom used to work at the Stampede, cleaning up horse poop and that.
Oh, that's a fun job. Did you ever help out with her at that?
No, I was young. My little sister would come home and be sleeping in her bed. She would look at my mom and say, when my mom would move her, "You smell like horse poop."
That's so nice.
So we'd start laughing.
What was your favorite memory growing up?
My favorite memory growing up would have to be like all my memories spending with my mom and that, and my sisters and that, and living next door to my grandmother.
Okay.
On my mom's side.
What was your grandmother's name?
Her name is Elizabeth Ask.
Okay. Very cool. What's something really fun about her?
Fun about my grandmother?
Like a fun memory that you have of her?
When we lived next door, we used to go over to visit her all the time. Mm. So we'd just go through the backyard because we had a fence, but it had a gate on it. Okay. So we'd just go over and visit and see how she is and watch soap operas.
Yes, so good. So you came over here, went to Bathurst. What was that like? You had to get up pretty early then?
Yeah, I had to get up at like I said, 4 to get my drive at 6 to get to Bathurst for school. And when I first started, I was a bit nervous and that, but the teachers and the staff all there were very nice, and all the friends were nice and that. I made friends pretty easy. Yeah. I became friends with some of the staff too. Okay,
yeah. What was your favorite subject that you did?
My favorite subject would have to be French class with POA.
With POA?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the teacher?
Yeah.
POA. What's POA mean? I've never even heard that.
POA is short for her real name.
Oh, that's okay. Very cool. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
POA. I like that name. Very good. What's a really fun memory in high school that you have?
A really fun memory in high school is I used to hang out, go for lunch with my friends at school, and I used to drink energy drinks all the time.
Yes.
Monsters. And we would go out, and my friends would make me laugh, and I spit it out my nose one time.
That's awesome. Like in class?
No, we were downtown at where that little lighthouse thing is that you can climb up and see. Yeah. We were out there and just fooling around and made it come out my nose by laughing.
Where was your mom at during this time of your high school time? Was she out west? Was she here with you? Where was your mom at?
She passed away. Okay. During that time, she passed away in October 9th, 2012.
Okay. Where did she pass away? Here at the west?
She was on her way to Regina, Saskatchewan to get my nephew.
Okay.
and the car slid on black ice, and my cousin and uncle were there. My uncle, I think, was driving, and my mom was in the back seat sleeping. And when they slid on black ice, the seatbelt punctured her ribs, busted her ribs, and punctured her lungs.
Oh, gosh. Okay. How old would you have been during that time?
I was 16, and I found out through Facebook that she passed away.
How'd you find out through Facebook? It's just
Family and friends posted on Facebook. And we gained another angel today, and then Gloria Bass. Because, like, really.
Okay. Were you like in communication with your mom? Like, were you guys pretty close during that time and stuff?
Yeah. We were close
Yeah.
before she left. And that we were still close. We were texting that, but on Thanksgiving Day, which was the day she passed, I messaged her saying Happy Thanksgiving, and I had no response. And then I looked on Facebook, and then that's when I saw that my mom passed away.
That's a hard thing to recover from as
Yeah.
a 16-year-old. So who are you here with at this point? Like, your mom's out there. Like, who are you with as a 16-year-old girl?
I went to school on October 11th because I didn't go to school on the day after, like the 10th, because I wasn't ready to go to face like everyone. So I went October 11th to school, and I got called to the principal's office to choose where I wanted to live, either out west with my sister in Moncton or with my aunt that I only met once before. So I chose to stay with my aunt Liz.
Oh, Lizzie. So you'd only really met Liz a couple times, or
Yeah.
one time before that? Or?
Before the accident, I saw her July 31st, 2011, with my second oldest sister.
Okay. So what made you decide to stay with her? 'Cause like, I'd be awkward. I've only met this person once. I know their family, but so what made you think that, this would be the best place for me?
I chose to stay with my aunt Liz because of my friends in school. Because, I didn't really know her much. So, and I even said to her and the counselor, I chose to stay in Bathurst because of my friends and because of the school, and I don't want to start a new school.
Oh, right, yeah. Because you would have been grade, is that grade 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, grade 10, yeah. That's to go to a whole new school, new city and stuff. So what was your Aunt Liz's thoughts on that? Like, was she ready to take on that kind of responsibility at first?
I believe so. When she found out of my mom's passing, which is her sister, by two police officers going to her door, knocking and asking if she was my mom's sister and if she wanted to go to the school and tell me that my mom passed away, because he figured it would be best that I found out, from her instead of two police officers showing at the school. So she went to the school on the day, and it was a holiday, so the school was closed, but the secretary was there, so they already knew what was going on beforehand because my aunt told them. And then that's when I got called to the office on the 11th to go pick where I wanted to stay.
Okay. Liz was willing to do that, obviously, and so you've been there for quite a while then.
Yeah. And when I moved in with her, her daughters out west sent money for me to go shopping to get clothes.
Oh, that's cool. So that'd be your cousins
Yeah.
then? Yeah. How old are they?
Oh, gosh. Older than me.
Older than you. Okay. That's cool. Well, that's special then. But there's probably moments, I'm sure, that was probably real challenging. So that was in October your mom passed away?
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. So what was that first Christmas like as you're coming into it?
It was hard because I wasn't with my sisters for Christmas, and that's so I was with my aunt, but she made it special in that.
Yeah, very good. What happened after graduation? Where did you go? What happened?
After graduation, I applied to early childhood education at MBCC, and I got
Bathurst or Miramichi?
in Miramichi, and I got accepted, so I came here.
You get all the way down to Miramichi.
Yeah.
Who'd you stay with down here?
My aunt moved down with us.
Oh, she moved down with you?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How long was that course?
It was a year.
Oh, it was a year? Okay.
So I graduated high school in 2015, and then I graduated college 2016.
There you go. So where was your first spot you worked?
My first spot I worked is the spot I'm currently at, Little Critters Early Learning and Care Center in Chatham.
Okay, so you've been there the whole time.
Yep, almost 9 years.
So you've seen a lot of these kids coming up through the ranks and stuff.
Yep.
9 years. So they'd be like high school, some of these kids now. That's crazy. Would any of them graduate by now? No. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I know there's some that are in middle school.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's cool. So when you're not working, what are fun things that you do?
I read
Okay.
lovely romance books.
Rom-coms.
And I watch like New Girl and that.
Okay, very good. Do you watch any Star Wars?
No, I've never watched Star Wars in my life.
Oh my gosh, not even one.
Nope.
Harry Potter?
I watched one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I've read one book, and that's it.
That's so surprising. I figure most people who read would love to read Harry Potter books, watch the movies.
I've watched and read the first one. That's it.
That's it. You're like, nah, I'm done.
But I've watched and read pretty much most of the Chronicles of Narnia.
That's have you seen the movies?
Yeah.
You see them? They're very good. Very good. Well, that's fun. So you've been there for quite a while then. And when you're not working, you're reading. Is there anything else that you do? Like, do you go on vacations or anything like that?
No, I don't go on vacation. Sometimes I spend time with like friends and that.
Okay.
But I also help out at the Fun Day Line every second weekend.
Okay. What do you do there?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Do you run the shop yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Who do you work there with?
My Aunt Liz, my friend Sarah, my friend Vicky, my friend Abilo, and my cousin that I just found out was my cousin Melinda.
Oh, very good. Very good. That's every other weekend or so?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any crazy customers?
Not for me.
Not for you. Not for you. No, that's so cool. Very good. I used to be a waiter a little bit, and it was a fun time. Working with customers was a blast. So that's a lot of stuff. So what brought you here, like at the Point Church? Because like you're relatively new to the church, even still, I think only. But can you tell us that whole experience?
As of March 26th this year will be 2 years since I've been here.
Very good. So how did that happen?
My aunt one day came home after bringing Giselle to church, and she started coming. She kept saying, "Shannon, this is a church that you might like. You should try it out one day. You should try it out."
Did you go to churches before at all?
Not that I remember.
Okay.
So one day on March 26th, I decided to come up stairs to get dressed, and my aunt looks at me, "You're up early. Why for?" And I was like, "I'm going to church." So I've been here ever since, and the first person I met besides Giselle was Violet Matthews.
Oh, that's lovely.
She came and welcomed me with open arms and a lovely smile. Mm-hmm. And then my aunt introduced me to Andrew and Monica McNeil,
So good.
which are lovely people. Mm-hmm. And the first person around my age that I met was Gypsy.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The first day she walked in, she had like nice bright orange hair. I looked to my aunt without even knowing who she was. I looked to my aunt and says, "I love her hair." So at the end of the service, she brought me over to Gypsy and said, "Gypsy, this is Shannon. I'd like you to meet her."
Mm-hmm. She's an amazing tattoo artist too.
Yeah, she did my tattoo.
Yeah, she's done a lot of people in the river and stuff. That's cool. So you've had like turned back since. That's March 26th.
Yeah.
Very good. So how did you get connected? Did you start doing some stuff around the church?
On March 26th, I actually wrote down on my communication card, I saw on the pamphlet that there was Kids Point. So on my communication card, I put down I wanted to know more about Kids Point, and I wrote down everything that I got, like my first aid, my criminal record, my SD check, and all that. And then March 29th, you messaged me.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were always excited to see people who are engaged and want to do stuff like that. It's so cool, especially with your background too, with kids and stuff. What else? Is there any other stuff that you were involved with and stuff?
I volunteer every second Thursday, first Thursday of the month for classics when I can. And I chose to volunteer there because I like helping like the elders and making people smile and laugh and make them feel warm and welcome. Mm-hmm. And I also do greeting do the greeting upstairs, and I got told many of times that I have a nice smile. So Percy gave me the nickname Smiley. So now his wife calls me Smiley every time she sees me.
Yeah.
And I do check-in downstairs. So I check in the kids for Kids Point. And then on Mondays at 6:30, I do small group.
You are busy all the time.
Yeah.
No, I love seeing just the way you connect, especially with with our classics and stuff like that. They seem to love you, which rightly so. And you're very happy and bubbly, so that's always so good. Where do you see yourself going in like 5 years' time? Like you've been at your daycare, you've been here at church. Where are you thinking?
I'm thinking of staying here.
Yeah.
Like hopefully my daycare still is up and running.
Yeah.
If not, I'll try looking for a different daycare, even though I don't want to, because I love working with the coworkers and my boss.
Yeah. Very good. Has there been like a Bible verse or like a passage of scripture that's been really helpful to you over these years?
The one that I like is Psalms 139:13-14, where it's talking about being knitted in your mother's womb and that. I chose that song as chose that as one of my favorite verses because when I first came, one of the songs I played was No Longer a Slave. And the part that got to me was made from your mother's womb. I've chosen you from your mother's womb.
It's powerful. Reminds you of your mom and stuff.
Yeah, I felt closer to my mom at that time.
Yeah. And it's a powerful song. Really good song. That's so good. Who's been really instrumental in your faith journey, do you think? Like, what does your faith journey look like? You came for a couple of years. What does that look like with your relationship with Jesus?
It was looking good. I go to small group pretty much most Mondays, like when I can. And then I look up to like certain people. Like I look up to Violet. I look up to Lynn Conge. I think that's how you say her name.
Conge, yeah.
Andrew and Monica I look up to. And then I look up to Jane Ellis and that too.
Yeah, it's good to have people like that, like spiritual mentors, right? You see that all throughout the New Testament, the importance of finding younger people to mentor and to look for other people to mentor you too. So that's cool. That's really cool to hear. That's so good. What are you planning on doing this summer? What's happening?
I don't know yet what I'm planning.
No.
Probably reading a lot.
Just reading, yeah.
Out on the back deck with the dogs and...
Yeah, no, that's so good. I love reading too. Working is so good, so good. What was like one of your biggest? If you don't have to go into more, but like your biggest struggle was with like your mom passing, and like how did you get through that, navigate through that moment?
Well, the biggest struggle finding out through Facebook is one.
Yes,
because that's not a way that someone should find out about.
Rightly so.
The passing.
Right.
And I'm still overcoming not being able to visit her grave and not being able to go to the funeral when it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard.
Because I didn't have the money back around then, and I was given 2-day notice, so we couldn't get 2 days to get a flight to go out west and then come back.
No, that'd be hard. Do you find yourself leaning on God a lot more lately during these times? No, because like you lost your mom before really knowing Jesus too, right? It's like how do you navigate that now? Like having a relationship with Jesus now.
I find like it does bring me closer to like my mom, and I've realized that she was chosen to go. She didn't want to go. She was chosen. It was her time. God was ready for her. That's
so good, and it's a reminder though when you're going through those tough times, be able to rely on Jesus now because it's a different experience now. But Shannon, listen, I want to appreciate you so much for coming on this podcast and just sharing a bit of the story and reminding us of how Jesus met you and how you can lean on Him. I'm so glad and thankful for you for helping with classics and kids ministry and greeting, all the stuff that you do. You're so good at it. I think that's probably why. And I love the fact that I have a hard time believing that you haven't been in church your whole entire life. So it's really cool. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast and reminding us that every name has a story and every story matters to God.
Thank you for the invite.